Hi. When you find that everything that can go wrong goes wrong. Murphy's Law. And the leaders, big ballers, and shot callers have risen to their own level of incompetence. The Peter Principle. And you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Channel that stress, frustration, and negativity into your own positive creativity, an expression of love, peace, and harmony. Now, to Jason in the studio. Yeah.
Thanks, PopPop, for such an inspiring intro. Hello, and thanks for tuning in again to News Bytes. I'm Jason Monet, and let's get right to the day's top stories. Health and Human Services, HHS concerns. DNA data sales. And finally, app shutdown. Here's Edward with Health and Human Services news. Edward.
The pharmaceutical and medical device industries are expressing deep concern following recent significant staff reductions at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA. The layoffs, initiated by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr., removed thousands of employees, including senior leadership involved in vaccine regulation and new drug approvals. Major industry groups like the Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America, PHRMA, and the Association for Accessible Medicines warn these cuts could hinder the FDA's ability to maintain its world-renowned regulatory standards. PHRMA spokesperson Alex Shriver emphasized that while efficiency is important, the drastic reductions raise doubts about the FDA's capacity to bring new innovative medicines to patients. The FDA notably lost high-ranking figures such as Julie Tierney, acting director of its Biologics Center, and Dr. Peter Stein, head of the Office of New Drugs. Industry leaders fear these departures could slow approvals, discourage investment, and weaken the FDA's critical oversight role. Medical device groups have also raised concerns, cautioning that diminished staffing might weaken American competitiveness in medical technology against international markets, particularly China. Health sector advocates, including the National Health Council, predict that reduced FDA resources will negatively impact healthcare accessibility and affordability for Americans. Stay tuned in to News Bytes for ongoing updates on this developing health industry story.
The DNA data of approximately 15 million people could soon have a new owner, as consumer genomics giant 23andMe has filed for bankruptcy and plans to auction its vast genetic database. This unprecedented sale is sparking both alarm and interest across privacy and scientific communities. The potential transfer of such a large volume of genetic information, described by bioethicist Anya Prince of the University of Iowa as the most amount of genetic data potentially changing hands, is triggering major privacy concerns. Experts warn of the risks if the data ends up accessible to insurance companies or law enforcement, potentially raising insurance premiums for genetically at-risk individuals and creating implications for forensic investigations. Yet many scientists view the auction as a rare chance to further genetic research significantly. Geneticist Rachel Frethy from the University of Exeter says losing access to such a substantial database would be a great shame due to its potential in advancing human health research. Adding to concerns, 23andMe experienced a significant data breach in 2023, exposing the personal information of nearly 7 million customers, further fueling fears about data security. Former CEO and co-founder Anna Wojcicki is among those bidding for control. Wojcicki resigned her leadership role to independently pursue the company's assets, pledging to maintain customer trust and continue the company's original mission of making genetics central to global healthcare. In contrast, co-founder Linda Avey criticized 23andMe's leadership on social media, suggesting the company lost sight of its vision and failed customers by neglecting responsible product development and governance. The critical auction, scheduled potentially for May 14th, puts millions of customers' genetic information and privacy at stake, making it a closely watched event. Stay tuned to News Bytes for further developments on this critical story.
What the Zelle Sonia? What the Zelle? Zelle, the popular person-to-person payment service used by over 150 million Americans, announced it's shutting down its standalone app starting Tuesday. While this news might concern some users, the company clarified that only about 2% of transactions were processed through its separate mobile app. Most Zelle customers access the service directly through their banking apps, sending money instantly without extra fees, a feature that has helped Zelle stand out against competitors like Venmo. The decision to discontinue the app comes down to efficiency and costs, according to Zelle. Standalone app users will now need to re-enroll through a participating bank or financial institution. Since launching in 2017, with backing from 30 banks, Zelle has seen remarkable growth. In 2024 alone, consumers sent $1 trillion through Zelle, setting a record among payment apps. Unlike Venmo, which primarily targets small social transactions, Zelle has found its niche with larger payments, such as rent or major bills.
It's been a real pleasure. That's a wrap on today's News Bites. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Jason Monet, and we'll see you real soon.